Minister, thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about perhaps key focus areas and what is on the agenda come symposium today.
Yes, I can confirm that this morning the President will launch South Africa's infrastructure plan that was approved by Cabinet on the 27th of May. And this plan forms part of the country's economic growth and recovery plan. And so we are focusing on 6 sectors that we have consulted with in the past 6 months. And we've also taken all the projects through an assessment to make them bankable. And so it's the transport sector, human settlement, water and sanitation, also agriculture and agro-processing, as well as energy and digital. So those are the key structures, and we will continue with looking for more projects in other sectors as we go along.
Now, Minister, the symposium is coming at a time where issues around COVID-19 have to be addressed, and this, of course, taking precedence as far as government is concerned. Any recovery strategies that you have in place which will be addressed through this symposium in terms of just addressing, how the country will recover from COVID-19?
Well, we have to make preparations for post-COVID-19, and we have been making this preparation for the past 6 months. This is also a follow-up and a summit, that symposium that was held by the President on the 18th of February this year, where government funders, policymakers, South African state-owned entities, the private sector, all came together to see how we can make infrastructure to become the flywheel of the economy. As you know, that the construction sector has been badly hit by the recession and also by COVID-19. So it's really government wants to be a catalyst to lead with infrastructure development so that we get the crowding in effect from the private sector and create jobs in our country.
Yeah, and it's quite fair to also mention that government has found itself in some sort of a conundrum or, stuck between a rock and a hard place, just in terms of reviving the economy, but equally saving lives. How do you then aim to do that, especially because we've heard from Professor Salim Abdul Karim saying that we should expect more spikes. The Minister of Health also saying that a second wave of infections should also be expected, and South Africans need to continue protecting themselves from COVID-19 or doing whatever they can to adhere to the necessary precautions while still going back to work and recovering, that economy within the country. How do you aim to balance that as government?
It is a fine balance between livelihoods and saving lives. But at the same time, also, we also have to save the economy. We're not putting the economy before life. Government's priority is always being to save lives. But we've reached a stage in this pandemic across the world whereby we now have to also learn as South Africans to live with the virus. They're still going to be with us for maybe years to come. And that now the shift is shifting to us as individuals also to take personal responsibility for our health and lives. So it's going to need a whole of society approach, a whole of government approach to balance the need between saving lives and also saving people's livelihoods.
All right, Minister, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you for joining us. That is Minister Patricia de Lille. We understand that symposium starts, of course, this morning from 10 a.m. all the way till 4 p.m.